Hi everybody, this is Dino Chris from Prehistoric Facts, and since I was originally going to do a answer questions episode for this episode, but since that there wasn't any questions that was sent to me by Facebook or email, so I decided that why not actually do an episode where I can actually show you guys my collection. So what I'm going to do here is actually going to take you around the background right over here and actually kind of give you guys a good look at my collection here. And sorry, it's a little bit of a mess back here, but that don't worry about it. I can get through this. But but as you can see, that around here in my room right here, and I'm back in my hometown, is actually I got a good collection of dinosaurs, and also right on my right shoulder, right over here, you can actually see a banner of the Green Bay Packers. So that's because I'm a Green Bay Packers fan. I'm from Wisconsin, and so basically. I am a diehard Packer fan, so no doubt about it. And and I'll show you guys this first. And I recently got this, and I actually got this in a gem and mineral show, which is up in northern Wisconsin, and I'm from central Wisconsin, which is right in the middle of Wisconsin, Wausau, Wisconsin. But went further up north to Wisconsin, and basically went to this gem and mineral show. And actually kind of got, and I did get something there. And if you take a good look here, this is what I got. This is jawbones of a mosasaur, and you can totally tell that this is a mosasaur based on the color of the teeth, mainly, but also the tooth shape as well. Now, mosasaurs are a type of sea lizard. They're a type of sea reptile. That is actually roamed around in the Cretaceous, and luckily I got that because when I was in South Dakota and I actually went to a rock shop, they had one that was actually very similar to this, and I was kind of like, I was tempted to get it, but I was just like, yeah, maybe I should wait a little bit because I was planning to get to some stuff at the Black Hills Institute museum. So I was basically like, you know what? I just want to look at the things in the museum and see what I can actually find there. But let me actually take you to the places where I got my collection. So I'm actually gonna take this laptop around. And so if you can see right up here. If I back up a little bit, this is actually the shelf where I actually keep my skull sculptures of dinosaurs. And as you can see here, you got Tyrannosaurus Rex, Carnotaurus, Allosaurus right over here, and you got Ceratosaurus right here, and in the back right there is Triceratops. And sorry if it's a little bit of a mess, but even though I'm trying to get through this, but right up here is the Tyrannosaurus Rex shelf right up here. And as you can see, if I can get this in position properly, is basically two skulls and the skeleton sculpture. And I am planning to get another skull. It will be the stand skull will actually be 1/6 the size, and I'm getting it in the now. I'm hoping to get the resin copy of the skull, so that would actually be a really good prized possession in my collection. And and you can actually see here is some, even though they're toys, but even though I like to consider them some models, I like to call them models because I like to consider them good prototypes of what these kinds of dinosaurs might have looked like. And so you can actually see right over here is Mapusaurus, here's Cryolophosaurus, here's Therizinosaurus, in the back right here, right over here, is Majungasaurus, and then right over here is Albertosaurus. And I'll actually show you guys this. This is a very cool possession that I actually have here. This here is the maxilla, or part of the upper jaw, of an Albertosaurus. I'm lucky I got this, and most of the stuff I got here are replicas. These are not real fossils, so they are actually copies of fossils, but they're not real fossils. So, but even though I do actually have real fossils in my collection, and I am hoping to collect more fossils as I go along here, and of course I'll actually show you guys this Utah Raptor finger. I love this replica. I love dromaeosaurs and tyrannosaurs, so these are my favorite types of family groups of dinosaurs. And right over here, and of course you actually see some of the old Brett Favre bobbleheads here, but I'm not going to talk about him. Talk about the dinosaurs. But as we can see here, up on here are actually some cool stuff right here. I got this Eoraptor skull right here. That's a replica. And of course, here's a Tyrannosaurus Rex hand. It's not really very good. I didn't like when I first got it, and when I got it out of the box, it was not as properly casted as I actually wanted to think it would be. But right over here, where I'm pointing here at, sorry about this. Right over here is Guanlong, and here's Delong, relatives of Tyrannosaurus Rex. And what you can see here are halves of ammonites that my grandfather gave to me for Christmas, and at one time, and these are nice possessions, and so I kind of like that, and they're from Madagascar, so kind of pointed out there. Right over here, it's hard to see right here, but here's a Ceratosaurus model, and right in front of him is an Acrocanthosaurus. Here is Irritator, Spinosaur, and right up here is Utah Raptor, really small. And right over here is Torosaurus. And I love this. I love this replica. I got it like a couple of years ago, and this is an Albertosaurus hand. I love this, and it's amazing of actually how good this replica is. I actually enjoyed this replica so much. I actually consider it a good prized possession. And and I'll actually pull some of these drawers down over here and actually give you a good look at the other replicas that I actually got here. Well, Tyrannosaurus Rex is going to be the one I'm going to collect the most. Another Tyrannosaurus as well. Like right here, here's a Albertosaurus tooth. Here, right over here is a Daspletosaurus tooth. Here's a Tyrannosaurus claw, and here's a good possession right here. This is the tooth of the juvenile Tyrannosaurus Rex that Dinosaur George Blasting actually keeps talking about all the time. Is Tinker, and so I'm glad I got this, and I can show you the Nanotyrannosaurus tooth that I actually got in the museum. And right behind here, you can actually see some claws. Like here, this gigantic one right here is Albertosaurus. Beneath, right over here, is the Utah Raptor killing claw. And if I move some of this over here, you can see here's the Giganotosaurus tooth. Below this Albertosaurus tooth, if I can move that a little bit, I realize I could get this in position a little bit better. It's hard to see, but there's a Megalodon tooth. It's a replica. I do have a real one in my collection. Here's a Torvosaurus tooth. And I do have a Spinosaurus tooth. I do have a real Spinosaurus tooth and a replica. Here's Spinosaurus tooth replica. And I do have a Baryonyx claw in here, and that's a good prized possession. And also I actually have here is a Coelophysis skull. Now that's my replica drawer, and right in here is actually my fossils, minerals, and other rocks type of collection. In this container here, in a previous episode, I actually showed you, is the Megalodon tooth. That's the real Megalodon tooth. And so That's a cool possession here. Right in there is actually a piece of a Triceratops frill. I can't be able to get it out right now because I actually would have my hands full right over here. At least in some episode, if you do got questions about any of the dinosaurs that I actually have in my collection, or otherwise any dinosaur in general that I can actually answer for you, I can actually answer in a good way about, and I can show you some of these replicas and also some of these fossils here. And right here is a real Nanotyrannus tooth. I do have a real Carcharodontosaurus tooth that I actually bought. And back over there is actually, if I can get this in position here, back over here is a piece of the Triceratops. Back over here is a mosasaur tooth, a real mosasaur tooth. The real Spinosaur tooth is actually in there, but I'm not going to try to get it out because it's going to be hard for me to get everything out of here. But here's some some good rocks right here. Here's a volcanic rock called obsidian. It's volcanic glass, if you would believe it or not. Here is some pumice. It's volcanic. It's a ash that has turned to rock. And then if you put pumice in water, it will float. I mean, can you imagine a rock that floats? I mean, that's amazing, and it's amazing what you can actually find in some of these things that I actually got here. Got a couple more things out. Now, I actually do have a really good possession that I did buy at the museum in the Black Hills. And if I could get my hand out here. But as you can see here, this is a fragment of a real Tyrannosaurus Rex tooth, and this actually has the serrations on the tooth. And so I'm not going to be able to get it out. I'm sorry about this, but whenever you want me to show a fossil that I actually have, or otherwise if you got a question about any kind of dinosaur or anything that I actually do have in my collection, I will be able to answer for you in another Answering Questions episode. That'll be 2 weeks from now. But that's my Tyrannosaurus Rex tooth. And here's the replica of a Nanotyrannus tooth. Very large, of course. And then here, in this container, I actually do have some pretty cool fossils right here. Here is ammonites. This is a real ammonites that actually found in South Dakota. And here is some other rocks right here. One in the center right here, I'm not totally sure what that is, but one of the rocks that is on the right side, right over here where I'm pointing you barely can see it, but on the right is basically a rock that somebody had found in a river that actually had fossils in it, and I'm surprised by that. And over here, right here, here is some BIF, which is banded iron formation, and it's pure iron, and it's very, very old, during the Precambrian. And right over here, here's some minerals and a few fossils. Right in the back right here is a piece of quartz. And right over here, here's some marine fossils and other kinds of fossils that I actually found in South Dakota. I will be able to show you a little bit more when I actually get the chance, but hopefully you actually saw some of my collection. I will be able to actually show you a lot more later on. If you got any questions about any prehistoric life or even dinosaurs, if it meant anything about prehistoric life, just feel free to email me at dinochris71@gmail.com, or otherwise you can actually post the questions on the comment section of any Facebook post that I actually have on my Facebook page, Prehistoric Facts with Dino Chris. And next week will actually be a special episode, so I will actually send a link
on the Facebook page of any prehistoric mammals, any marine reptiles, dinosaurs, you name it, that you want me to talk about. I am willing to do 2 animals in one episode. I've done it before, and hey, it's gonna be knock your socks off if there's any fossils you want me to show. And so and also keep on. And also, if you still have questions about dinosaurs or any other prehistoric life, you could still feel free to email me anytime, 24/7. My email's open. Facebook is always open. And so you can actually send your questions at any time. And also, you can follow me on Twitter at CSGRALL. And also take care of the people around you. And also for younger people out there, make sure to listen to your parents, your teachers, and your guardians. And that's the best motivation you can have for a good education. It's very important to have a good education, because with a good education, you get a good job in the future. And that's it for now, and I'll see you guys next week with a new special episode. See you then.